Namaste, dear listeners, and welcome to the IWA channel, Astro In with Abhi, Oneness in Astrology and Spirituality, bringing in awareness by Abhi. Now, I've got a question that I would really love to answer on this podcast, and this is: Hi, Abhi, please can you tell me, can I place a Shiva Linga in my home? Okay, so I'm going to answer this question, and in order to answer this question, we must understand what is a Shiva Linga. Shiva Linga. So, Shiva Linga, what is Shiva? What is Linga? So, based on my awareness, Shiva is that which is not, right? Linga means form. So, how can we say that which is not with a form? So, based on my observation in meditation, my current state of awareness, um, in meditation, the first form or the only form that you will see in very deep meditation is, I know Sadhguru calls it ellipsoid. He calls it an ellipsoid. I don't know what to call it, but based on my observation, I'd like to call it soul or true self. It's so small that it's very hard to describe. Now, as a form, as a form that I can perceive, I'm calling it a lingam. So for me, a lingam means soul. It means soul. And Shiva means that which is not. So Shiva Linga is that which is not, but to understand it, to perceive it with your eyes, we give it a form as the linga. The first form is the linga. And for me, the final form is also a linga, because for me, the self never changes. The self is as is, never altering. So this is based on my understanding. It's very difficult to try and incorporate this thing here or comprehend it to the English language. In fact, I find it very difficult to talk it, but to experience it, yes. So basically, a Shiva Linga, Shiva means that which is not, Linga means a form. So a form of that which you cannot perceive. Or you're giving it a form, you're giving the soul a form. The Shivalinga. So now that we understand what is a Shivalinga, it's then safe to go on to, can I put it in the home? And for me, yes, because I have a Shivalinga in my home. And I think it weighs about maybe 10 kilos, I think. About 10 kilos, yeah. It weighs about 10 kilos. It's about a ruler's length, 30 centimeters in height, or probably more. I'm not sure about the diameter, but it's not a too big one, not a too small one. But yeah. So whereabouts is my Shivlinga? So I've placed my Shivlinga in the center of the house, and I'll explain why. And I face my Shivlinga in the north direction. So on the right side of the Shivalinga is the sunrise, and on the left side of the linga is the sunset. So the linga is facing north. On the east, sun rises, and the west, sun sets. This is where you will get the true potency of your consecration. Meaning you can harness the true potency for after your mantras and your bhakti yoga you're doing towards your Shivling. You can experience its potency based on your consecration. But there's various ways that you can consecrate the Shivling, and I'm going to talk about how I do it. So, if you have your own ways, good. And there are many different ways. I know there is one way which I haven't worked with as yet, and that's through the use of the life energies, which is the five elements. See, for me, the linga is the entire chakra system. Linga is the entire body. We are giving it a form, just like how we are giving the soul a form. We have this body. We are giving the soul a form in a shivling. So there's seven chakras. Well, there's actually 114, but we're not going to go into it. Seven major chakras that we all know, from root to crown. Giving it a form, or I'm giving it a form, and I'm consecrating each chakra. And there's the lam vam ram ham yam om sa is a mantra that you can use. And Om Namah Shivaya is what I use. I use Om Namah Shivaya to concentrate my mantra, and I use water, the element of water. It's the mantra space. I use fire as incense stick, and obviously the incense stick is made of earth. I use um, Chandan Goti to dot my shivling. I use now and then I use um, haldi, turmeric. So it depends. I think once a week I would use turmeric, but it's a daily thing where it's concentrated with water, with sound, meditation, with mantras. So some people consecrate it through bhakti, meditation, the huge love affair with Shiva, while some people do it differently by looking at it as a body and energizing it from the root to the crown. Now I've tried both ways, but for me, I think I spend most of my time doing it through bhakti yoga, and in time I'm going to try and spend more time working on the chakras of the linga. But this has worked very, very well for me in terms of sending out very positive vibrations throughout the house, which keeps your mind in a fixed position, meaning it has no it helps basically it helps me to be in charge of my mind. So no matter what is happening externally, I have the strength to control the mind, opposed to letting the mind control me. So this Shivlinga concentration is absolutely important. For me personally, without a Shivling, I feel that life is empty. You can put me in the biggest homes, you can put me in the best of positions. Without a Shivling present, it's just a feeling. I think I spent so much of time with my linga in my home for a good number of years that I cannot see myself living without a linga under my roof. So this is my advice. Put a linga under your roof and consecrate it. Make sure you're connecting with your linga. Remember, as I've explained, the linga is your soul. You need to connect to your true self. You're connecting to your true self. When you're connecting to your true self, your mind cannot be elsewhere. Your true self is your true self. It is the first and the last form. In fact, that form never changes. Right? So, thank you very, very much, dear listeners. I hope you enjoyed the session, and I hope that it answered the question, and I hope that you put a linga under your roof, because for me, I found magic when I've done this. Am Namah Shivaya, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Ram, Haribol, and goodbye.